The movie begins with Lucy and her boyfriend Richard, standing outside a luxurious hotel in Taipei. Richard, with an air of mischief and urgency, tries to convince Lucy to deliver a locked briefcase to Mr. Zhang, who is staying at the hotel. She is hesitant and suspicious, sensing that something isn't right about the situation. Richard, noticing Lucy's growing apprehension, offers her reassurance by telling her it's just paperwork. Richard persists, attempting to charm Lucy with playful banter, ultimately attaching the briefcase to her wrist with a handcuff, leaving her with no choice but to deliver the package. Feeling cornered and betrayed, Lucy's anxiety mounts as she realizes she is now entangled in a dangerous situation beyond her control. Entering the hotel lobby, Lucy is visibly on edge, her heart pounding as she approaches the reception desk. She tries to keep her composure as she asks for Mr. Zhang, the receptionist making a quick phone call to confirm the meeting. As she waits, a feeling of impending doom washes over her. Mr. Zhang's subordinates execute Richard outside the hotel. Shocked by the occurring events, Lucy is escorted by 5 of Mr. Zhang's men to the hotel elevator. The tense atmosphere thickens as they are heading to the room where Mr. Zhang awaits. Upon arriving at the suite, she is greeted by the sight of several men wearing dark suits, their expressions cold and menacing, and a scene of carnage, dead bodies and blood-stained walls, which intensifies her fear. With each step, her breathing becomes shallow, and her heart races. At the center of the room sits Mr. Zhang, a menacing figure dressed in a white suit. Mr. Zhang, covered in blood, coldly gazes at Lucy, piercing through her soul, while washing his bloody hands. It's clear that Mr. Zhang is a dangerous and powerful figure in the criminal underworld. Ignoring Lucy's pleas for mercy, Zhang demands her to open it, but Lucy explains that she doesn't have the combination. As one of Mr. Zhang's men hands her a note with the code, Lucy opens it. She reveals several packets of a mysterious blue powder, the synthetic drug called CPH4. After the surgery where Lucy has the package of CPH4 inserted into her abdomen, Mr. Zhang coldly informs Lucy that she is now responsible for transporting the CPH4, making it clear that Lucy's life is now in his hands, and any attempt to betray him or deviate from her task will result in severe consequences. It is revealed that she is not the only one involved in this dangerous operation. The other men, who have also undergone the same crude surgery, are brought into the room, each bearing a similar expression of fear and confusion on their faces. During her captivity, Lucy is subjected to mistreatment and abuse at the hands of her captors. An aggressive henchman brutally kicks Lucy in the abdomen, causing the CPH4 bag inside her to rupture. This releases a large dose of the drug into her bloodstream. Her body trembles uncontrollably, and her limbs flail wildly, her every nerve ending seemingly set ablaze. Her veins visibly pulse with the glowing blue substance as every cell in her body seems to awaken. As her brain's capacity expands rapidly due to the CPH4, Lucy quickly gains access to untapped abilities, heightened senses, increased intellect, strength, and agility. Once the initial shock of the drug's release subsides, Lucy slowly regains control of her body. As she does, she becomes acutely aware of the extraordinary powers now at her disposal. Using her newfound abilities, Lucy manages to escape her captors, killing several of Mr. Zhang's henchmen in the process. Lucy decides to go to a hospital to remove the remaining drugs in her abdomen. As she makes her way through the hospital, she encounters a group of doctors and nurses in the middle of surgery. Her advanced cognitive abilities allow her to quickly understand the surgery's intricacies. She realizes that the patient is in the terminal stage and kills him, putting herself on the operating table. While the doctors do the surgery, she calls her mom. Lucy wastes no time in expressing her feelings and experiences. Lucy reminisces about her childhood, evoking memories of simpler times and the love and care she received growing up. She expresses gratitude for her mother's unwavering support, acknowledging the profound impact it has had on her life. The doctor recognizes the substance, explaining that it is a substance that occurs naturally in tiny amounts during pregnancy. It is what gives the fetus energy to form the bone structure. Considering the amount that was embedded in her body, the doctor pointed out that she is lucky to be alive. She responds with, "Not for long." After leaving the hospital, Lucy's expanding brain capacity continues to provide her with astonishing insights. She gazes at the tree intently, her heightened senses allowing her to see far beyond the surface, showing the intricate patterns of the tree's bark, its veins, and the flow of nutrients within. She uses her newly acquired abilities to locate Mr. Jiang. She enters the building confidently, her extraordinary powers giving her an advantage over Jiang's henchmen, neutralizing them without much effort. Lucy immobilizes Mr. Jiang quickly. Standing before him, Lucy places her hand on his head, initiating the process of delving into his mind. The scene shifts to a rapid succession of images and information, revealing the locations of the other drug mules carrying CPH-4, leaving him angry. She arrives at her place greeted by her sister. Lucy researches all the studies about brain evolution available on the internet in a matter of seconds. She contacts Professor Samuel Norman to explain her predicament and to seek his advice on how to handle the immense power and potential that her brain now possesses. Professor Samuel Norman is a distinguished neuroscientist and a leading expert in the field of human brain potential. With his vast knowledge and decades of research, he has dedicated his life to understanding the intricacies of the human mind and unraveling the mysteries surrounding its untapped capabilities. His groundbreaking work on brain capacity and the possibilities of expanding human cognitive abilities has garnered him international recognition and respect in the scientific community. As a passionate educator and researcher, Professor Norman is committed to advancing the study of neuroscience and exploring the potential implications of unlocking the human brain's full power. During their phone conversation, Lucy reveals that she has accessed an incredible amount of knowledge and intellectual abilities, far beyond what any human has ever experienced before. She explains to Norman that she's able to manipulate matter and control her environment, as well as read people's minds. Norman, initially skeptical, becomes intrigued by Lucy's claims as she demonstrates her interaction with electromagnetic waves, demonstrated by her appearance on electrical devices, such as TV, phone, laptop, radio, and lights. He is astonished by her capacity to process information at an unprecedented speed and her ability to see beyond the limits of time and space, but this gift also comes with a curse. Lucy is currently at 28% brain capacity and anticipates that when she reaches 100% this will come with certain death. By her calculations, she has approximately 24 hours left. Norman advises Lucy to pass on her knowledge. They agree to meet in 12 hours.